Hello everyone, how are y'all? Good, right? Yes. I did a video regarding the scoring of full marks in your reading comprehension. The link is there in the description. Do check it out if you haven't. And now let us learn something else interconnected with the reading passages itself. It is because it is connected with time management and the author's tone. This will be useful for any student who is sitting for the board, whether it's class 10 or 12. For that matter, 9, 11 or any other class students could also watch and get benefit out of it. So here we go with it. So time management and author's tone. This is what we need to learn. Now, as soon as you look at this picture, maybe you're able to understand what is what, right? A person who has tears of joy, someone who is crying, another one confused, another person with so much of love shown. So why do we need all these things? We need to understand what is what in the comprehension passage in the given time frame. So look at the way you have the time ticking off. Be careful. We have these two varieties of passages for classes 9 to 12, discursive and case-based. What is the meaning of each of it? Let's see it. If it is a discursive passage, it is typically something which presents different viewpoints or arguments on a topic. So there is some kind of a point that you need to discuss. We have various opinions presented with that. And when it comes to case-based one, what is there in that? It is a passage in which a real life scenario is there, or else examples are taken from real life. So both are different, and marks allocation for class 12. It's 12 marks for discursive and 10 marks for case-based. But for class 10, we have equal marks. So mind you, check carefully and do things well. So what's next? The things that we have in the discursive passage as well as the case-based passage. What's the first thing that you need to do? See, you need to identify the main argument. Whichever is the main argument which is given, argument or arguments, you should identify it. And then you should note the different perspectives presented in the passage. There might be only one thing that a person is discussing or persons are discussing. So viewpoints are different. You must be able to understand that. And second thing is understand the author's tone. So you must recognize what is the author's attitude towards the topic. See, I have given an elaborate slide, maybe 2 slides or so in the later part. You will be able to understand about it clearly then. And the next one is answer questions critically. Evaluate the arguments and then provide evidence from your passage. And you have to support it in that way. So when I'm telling you that you have to provide evidence, do you mean to say that you can do this cut, copy and paste? Never, please. Never ever do that mistake of cut, copy, paste. It is wrong. You will not be given any marks if you do that procedure. It is because they're checking how well you understand something. They're not asking you to pick up the answer and write it as it is. So be careful with that. When it comes to the case-based questions, here also you should understand the context. See, without the point of understanding. Here I am using understanding because I am using it purposefully to make you understand that it's important to understand. Shall I use a tongue twister here? See, my tongue slipped when I said tongue twister. If you understand, say I understand. If you don't understand, say I don't understand. If you don't understand and say I understand, how can I understand that you don't understand? Understand? Come on, try it. It's for fun. So what do you need to do? Get familiarized yourself with the situation, with the characters and the events that are described in the passage. There are so many things put, isn't it? Get yourself familiarized. know in and out of it. Then identify the key details. Let me underline it with another color. Yes, identify even the key details also. Why? It is because you'll be able to write better. Note the important information that can help you answer correctly. And then apply critical thinking. Critical thinking, what does this critical thinking mean? Whatever information is provided in the passage, you have to think critically. Means, is it right? Why is it right? If it is wrong, why is it wrong? Always go for the WH questions. Then you will be able to get the critical analysis of anything. Hope you are able to follow it. If you don't follow it, do a simple thing. Stop the video here, go back, start from the beginning. I'm sure you'll be able to get something. It is because repetition, it makes you better. Got it? Let's now go to the next slide. What about the time? I already tell, it's not my words, please, everyone tells that. Time and tide waits for none. Time is something which is impartial. So, all the time pay attention to the time that you are utilizing for the sake of anything. I don't want to use the word spend. It won't be back. Utilize it. So, first thing, what should you do? I told you already, whenever a comprehension passage is given, read the questions. So, the first thing that you need to do is allocate time for reading the questions. Questions are not very long. So, you need to spend just something around 2 to 3 minutes for the sake of getting your questions. Can you all see that? Once you get the questions, you will be able to familiarize yourself what they wanted. Is it factual? Is it inferential? Is it vocabulary? Whatever they wanted, provide with that. The next thing that you need to do is to read the passage. And how much time should you take for the passage? Just 5 to 7 minutes. It is because you are already habituated to read plenty of passages. Plenty of printed text, be it newspapers, short stories, non-fiction, any kind of essays, any kind of articles, read varieties of texts. Only then you will be able to do things fast. Yes? So within 5 to 7 minutes you should complete reading the whole of your comprehension passage. Then comes the third step, and that step is to reply. Write your answers in well-structured sentences. You should not take even a second more than 20 minutes. Actually, 20 is the maximum time. If you can finish it within 15 or 16 minutes, it's wonderful. So, allocate time for each question based on its complexity and marks. Suppose you have 2 marks question. You know that 2 marks question has to be answered in 40 words. At that time, maybe allot a minute or 2 for it. If it is MCQ question, do it faster, isn't it? You must know what kind of question it is and how much time you are spending for it. This you will be able to do thoroughly only when you practice on a regular basis. Practice, practice and practice. The key for your success. And the last step is review and revise. Have you made any mistake? Did you get any doubt? For that, you have to read all your answers. First thing, check whether you have written the question number in the right way. The way it is given in the question paper, please do not write whatever numbers you wish. If it is given in the 1, 2, 3 format, follow this. If they have given in the Roman number style, in that too the smaller ones, follow this. If they have given capital Romans, follow that. If they have given capital letters in this way, do it. If it is small letters, follow that. Please do not change the numbering pattern at any cost. You will be at a loss. Don't get that. So check first the question numbers, option numbers. Have you written everything well? Have you written them in the proper order? Then be satisfied. So at the most, you should not spend more than 25 to 27 minutes for one comprehension. Got it? Yes. So what is the next thing that we need to do? Let us go for the author's tone. It's not just these examples that I have given about critical tone, sarcastic, optimistic and the sympathetic one. I have given another 12 also. So you need to check carefully, learn thoroughly and do it well. First understand what is the meaning of each tone. Then you will be able to do things better. So let us see first the critical tone. It is here the author uses words like flawed, misguided or ineffective. It is for the sake of criticizing. When you wanted to say something is wrong, you will find out the faults. So it is flawed, ineffective and all such kind of things. Let's see the example here. The new policy is a flawed attempt to address the issue and it will likely have unintended consequences. Got it? So check for the words. Then you will understand the tone easily. The next one is sarcastic. What is sarcastic tone? The author uses irony or sarcasm to convey contempt or annoyance. I tell my students this in a very different way, a simple way. To tell positive things in a negative way, negative things in a positive way. Why? To show your anger, to show your, I'm angry. When you wanted to express that, then you do it. Look at the example which is given here. Oh, great. Another meeting to discuss the same issue we have been talking about for months. So what is it? Actually, we cannot have again and again and again meetings for the sake of the same problem. So the author is sarcastic. Got it? Now let's see the next one. The next one here is the optimistic tone. What do you mean by optimistic? Remember the second letter O, hope. It is positive. The author uses words like hopeful, promising or exciting to convey a positive outlook. So what's the example given here? The new technology has the potential to revolutionize the industry and bring about significant benefits. So we understand how much of positivity is there in it. So the tone is optimistic tone, positive tone, hopeful tone, but do not write hopeful tone or positive. Instead write optimistic. The last one which is given in this slide is about sympathetic tone. Sympathy everyone knows, to feel sorry for someone else's suffering. So the author uses words like unfortunate, tragic or heartbreaking to convey empathy or compassion. At that time, we understand that it is sympathetic tone. And what's the example that is given here? The family has suffered a terrible loss and our thoughts are with them during this difficult times. Understood all the 4 examples from the slide? Yes? Please do comment, like, share, subscribe. And I'm waiting for your comments to tell what you wanted in the next video. So do comment please. So what is there in the next slide? We should have some tips to get everything right. Actually remember, tips are nothing but unless you practice, you won't get any. So first thing is pay attention to the word choice. Why should we pay attention to the word choice? It is because they convey different emotions and attitudes. With these different emotions and attitudes only we can understand what is what, otherwise we can't. So pay attention to that. The second one that is given here is consider the author's purpose. What does the author want to convey? Think about why the author is writing and what he wanted to achieve with that. And then look for tone markers. It doesn't mean to say that something will be written, hey, check here. Nothing like that. What should you do? You should check for words and phrases which indicate the author's tone, unfortunately, remarkably, or anything for that matter. Did you understand till here? Yes? So let's see some more author's tones now. I have collected something around 12 of them other than the 4 you saw. So I'll be able to give you a brief description about what is what. Learn, understand and use. Only then you can get better. The first one is neutral or objective. It is just like a newsreader. Suppose a newsreader is reading any happy news. Will that person jump in and say, oh, this is that? Never. If it is something sad, will that person sit and cry? No. That is what is called as neutral or objective. Got the point? So, check what facts are presented, what information is given, what kind of emotion is there in that. The second one is optimistic. We already got in the previous slide. The third one is pessimistic. Exactly opposite of optimistic. What is the meaning of pessimistic? I told you, I repeat, it is the opposite of optimistic. It indicates doubt or negativity towards what? Any subject. Whatever is the topic for you in your comprehension passage, concentrate on that. You can apply this even to your literature part also, and you will understand how it goes. The next one is serious. It's easy to understand the meaning of the word serious, isn't it? It's formal and it is focused on conveying importance. In case no distractions are there, no emotions are there, nothing. It's very seriously the topic is going on, then you call it as serious one. Next one, humorous. This is light-hearted and intended to entertain. Light-hearted means there is no seriousness in it. Instead, there is some kind of joke in it, some kind of jovial thing is there in that. People simply laugh off. When they read it, they laugh. It is for the sake of entertainment, and then we understand that. Sarcasm, irony, we already got in the previous slide. I am not repeating, but I put it together so that you will understand all the 12. If you wanted to tease someone for something negative or positive. If it is a positive thing, talking in a negative way. If it is a negative thing, talking in a positive way. Then it becomes sarcasm or irony. So, sarcastic, ironic. Got it? Now, this is our last slide for this topic. How to understand about time management and the author's tone. So, it should be critical. What are the mistakes? What are the challenges? How is it expressed? And then sympathetic or compassionate, showing your concern to someone with the feelings or connected to some situation. Next one is inspirational. Inspirational is something which motivates you, something which encourages you. You hear, you become the reader. That's the reason I say so. And the next one is when it is showing anger, frustration. If it is with angry one or frustrated one, there is irritation, there is discontent, you're not ready to accept it, then it becomes angry or frustrated. The next one is cautious. Cautious is being careful. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I do that, what are the consequences? So, every time there is reservation about the subject. Very carefully the topic goes forward. The next one is nostalgic. Nostalgic is to talk about the past memories, that too with affection, fondness. You like to recollect them, then it is nostalgic. Suppose you have uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters who are older ones, you ask them what is your sweetest memory? They say, and they go back to some time in the past which made them feel that happy. That is nostalgic moment. That is nostalgia. I hope you got it. Yes? Done. What will you do next? Enjoy learning. Do subscribe, share and comment. I'm Mrs. Krishnapriya signing off. Bye-bye. See you in another video soon.